I got the 16-inch MacBook Pro with the Intel Core i7 processor and the AMD Radeon Pro 5300M in 2021. Yes, I made this purchase very recently, like within the last 2 weeks. And why did I do that? I can already hear the questions pondering upon from that side. Why don't you wait for M1, M1X, the next generation 14 and 16-inch Macs? Or you could have even gone for the regular M1, bro. Yeah, that's what you're saying, right? Yes. M1 is technically better, like in terms of performance, it's better. In terms of efficiency, it's better. And in terms of battery, OMG, it's way ahead. But why did I go for the 16-inch still? So that's what this video is for. So I'm just going to share my experience, not my experience, like the reason, the exact particular reason of why I really chose this after a lot of research. And the reason is going to be a one-liner, after which I'm going to explain it. So yeah, just chill, relax and get into the video. And for my Tamil friends, I would make a note here. இந்த வீடியோவை நான் ஆல்ரெடி தமிழில் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். ஸோ அதுக்கான லிங்க்கை நான் மேலே கொடுக்குறேன். இது வந்து இன்டர்நேஷ்னலாக நிறைய பேர் மேக் வாங்குவாங்க, அதுக்காக ஒரு வீடியோ இங்கிலீஷ்லேயும் போடலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு போடுறது தான். ஸோ கமிங் பேக் டு இங்கிலீஷ், you don't have to subscribe to this channel. This is just an information because this channel, in this channel mostly I do videos in Tamil, which is my mother tongue in India. So you don't have to subscribe. This is just an information. Watch it, like it, comment your thoughts in the comment section below, and that's enough. Thanks a lot. So let's get into the topic. The one-liner is, I want a machine which can do everything I throw at it. You might have heard other reviewers saying that this M1 does everything I throw at it. But think about it, most of the reviewers, what do they do? Probably do some research in Google Chrome. Yeah, obviously Chrome even works on my Android phone. And do video editing. That's it. For productivity tasks like video editing and browsing and all this stuff, M1 Macs are the way to go. They are like much better, way better than these Intel Macs. And you know what, in India it cost me around 1.7 lakhs, which is nearly $2,400 as the same price in US. And the M1 Max, the regular M1 Max are like literally half the price. And if I want to get the 16GB variant with the 512GB, the price increases, but it's still cheaper. So what was my reason? My first reason is I am entering into university right now. So yeah, I'm just a 17-year-old boy. So yeah, and since I am entering into university, I really don't know what will I use in the future. Right now, my needs are, yeah, I have a channel, so I might do video editing, and the M1 is very good at it. Browsing and all this stuff, yes, M1 can do it very well. And battery life for a student is very, very important. But the 16-inch is no slouch. It has a 100-watt battery, 100-watt-hour battery. It doesn't mean that it can last as good as an M1 Mac, but yeah, it lasts. It's good than my old. It's better than my old laptop, which was a freaking bad Lenovo. Okay, so coming to the point, like the open thing is, I want to do a bit of gaming as well. See, there is a little bit of population in this world, at least 10% of Mac users, okay, not 10%, okay, maybe 10% of the Mac users might try to game on the Mac. Most of the reviewers, I'm not complaining them, they are saying their review in their side, but they are pre-assume that Mac users won't game. See, in my situation, I'm not going to explain my whole situation, but see, my situation was, I was stuck in a place where I had to buy a Mac and a Mac only. Yeah, don't ask why, but I was in a situation that I couldn't even look out for Windows laptops. So I am stuck in the Mac world. So why am I stuck in the Mac world? That's a different question. But since I am stuck in the Mac world, coming to my old statement, keeping the M1 Mac in front of me, I cannot say that this machine can do everything I throw at it. Why? just in case, in India, the syllabus is way too old, so people might use age-old softwares in the college, in the university. So, just in case, if I need any kind of old x86, only Windows kind of software, I freaking can't install the x86 version of Windows in the M1 Mac. Certain people might say, bro, you can install Windows via Parallels. First, Parallels is a virtual machine. I can't use my full resources there. Second, in Parallels, you can still not install Windows for x86. You can install Windows on ARM. I don't know if you can install Windows for x86, but even if you can, if I get the 16GB version of the M1 Mac, then fine, you can allot 8 full GB to the virtual machine. But what about the processor? I can only allot 4 cores there, right? So half the performance. But you might ask, for an age-old software, why do you need that much of performance? Not only age-old software. As I said before, even I want to do at least some sort of gaming. I play Fortnite and Fortnite, Valorant and stuff. So, and I don't know, in the university, people might want me to download certain other games which they want to play with me. So again, anything comes in the future, I just want to throw it in front of this machine, and this machine should be able to do it. And my 16-inch Mac will probably do 90% of the tasks. I can even say 95% of the tasks. So the M1 Mac, even though it has Rosetta, first has the biggest problem of not able to install Windows. First. Second, even though Rosetta is there, certain softwares won't run on Rosetta. So for my case, especially, the main reason I can say is gaming for now. The known reason is gaming. Like, I know that I will game during my university period, not very seriously as I'm talking right now. I just want to try out games, that's it. Try out in the sense, I might play regularly but very lightly. I guess you get it. So I want to play something. So the M1 Mac, it's supposed Fortnite, okay. GTA we can make it run using Parallels and crossover and stuff. But why so much workaround? And for example, certain games doesn't even work. Like Valorant does not work. It needs Visual C++, and C++ is a platform-oriented stuff, and it's written for x86. It can't run on ARM. So games are the known problem. Most of them won't be able to run here. Second, the unknown problems. As I said before, I may need to be installing certain softwares which the university is guiding me to install, which probably won't work on the Mac OS first, for which I might go to the Windows side, or the second, it might not work on ARM architecture. So that's the main thing. For the 10% of gamers out there, Mac gamers out there, a big hi-fi, I'm one of you. And for the other people, you might want to consider this, because the thing is, Apple is going M1 altogether. The next 16-inch Mac is going to have an M1, M1X or M2, whatever it's called, the new ARM silicon. So probably this is the last MacBook Pro in which you can actually game, right? Like if the next 16-inch doesn't have an Intel version, and if it comes like full-fledged ARM, that's it. Probably the next one also is going to have an ARM chipset. And games being ported to ARM is a big job and takes years and years to come. I'm not saying M1 is bad. In my channel, my Tamil subscribers might know, I have put certain videos praising the M1. The M1 is very, very good, and except for the scenario which I told you in this video, every other scenario you should opt for the M1. That's way better. Like for example, most of the video editors, why are they praising the M1? Because obviously all they do is just like, I can't judge someone, but probably they are just doing video editing, audio work and browsing. For example, take Pocket Now. You don't remember the guy who says his name like Hammer or something? I'm not making fun, I'm just saying. So just to relate, so that's the guy. He once said that he once made a video about why he is regretting his purchase decision of the 16-inch MacBook Pro, and he went nuts on buying the highest end model. Yes, he bought this one with the maxed out specs, i9, 5500M graphics with 8GB, 64GB of RAM, 8TB of storage, and that's way huge. Okay, that's up to him. But what he says is he used it for a few months and he liked it very much, but he didn't trust the newness of M1. But later, after he tried it, he found himself using the M1 more than the 16-inch due to the convenience. Yes, obviously, M1 is smaller, the 13-inch is obviously smaller, so he can take it to places very easily. And the 16-inch sometimes requires you to connect the laptop to power to enable the full potential of the laptop. But the 13-inch, the M1 doesn't do that. Like, you get the full potential of the laptop anytime, even unplugged. So that's an advantage. You can go to coffee shops and just can do your work with full power. Third is battery life. As I said, don't worry about the battery, it lasts for days. And heat management is the next thing. M1, the MacBook Pro, even though it has fans, it doesn't even spin. like in most of the cases, the M1 is so chill. So in this case, for him, yeah, the MacBook Pro 16 is a huge freaking loss, because the M1 MacBook Pro, that too, I think he is using the 8GB version, 8GB RAM. That's way cheaper, bro. Like, that's just $1,000 something, $1,200 something, but he spent more than $5,000 on a 16-inch MacBook Pro. The 16-inch one which I have right now is $2,400, but he spent way too money on storage and RAM, which doesn't make sense in my case. So yeah, but other than that, it's a costly approach. Even though if one is opting for the $2,400 16-inch Mac with just doing works like video editing and stuff, yes, it's a loss. See, for Pocket now, as he said, all he does is video editing. He said it in the video. So he found that the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch being so cheap, was matching the speeds. The rendering speeds to everything was on par with the 16-inch, sometimes even faster. So he's saving a lot of money. He's saving a lot of time with the battery and stuff. For him, it's a loss. And for you too, if your primary job is like simple coding, simple college stuff, you won't play games, and you know what you're doing in the college. So, and for all those things, yes, it's fine. For video editing, M1 is the way to go. But for the certain amount of people who are in the category of me, with weird cases like I can only get a MacBook, or you know it, or you're a Mac gamer or something, yeah, the 16-inch is the only way to go. This statement was running around in my brain, that this is the last MacBook Pro which I can game on. So yeah, that's why I bought the 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro in 2021. So that's it for this video, guys. As I said, you need not subscribe. That's a total waste of time, because you will get Tamil videos. I might do English videos later, but it's not relevant. So if you want to help me, like this and do some comments, because we can trick the algorithm to get this video recommended to more people. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Okay, so this is my reaction after seeing the MacBook Pro 14 and 16 launch, which is the M1 Pro and M1 Max launch. So did I do the right decision? If you ask me, yes. As I said, this M1 Max and M1 Pro, I mean, they are enormous, they are amazing. What Apple is promising is just amazing. And if I just look at the benchmark scores, it's just blasting. Okay, but to be honest, I don't need that. Look at the prices. M1 was value for money, but the M1 Pro and M1 Max, they are not. For the price of the proper M1 Max, I can build some very good PC for that price. But if I need a Mac, this might do well. But I'm very happy that I made this decision. Second, I don't like the design. Notch is not a problem. Why does the new MacBook look so fat? I don't like that. That's something that's subjective. I like how my MacBook looks. It's way better if you ask me. But yeah, let's come to the practical thing. My Mac costed around 1.7 lakh rupees. But in India, the MRP was 2 lakh rupees. And it is the same for the new 14-inch. But the new 14-inch is kinda like the 16-inch, so it's not a 13-inch replacement, to be honest. So even if I consider the base 14-inch model for the more or less the same price of what I bought this 16-inch for, I'm still not getting anything extra, because if you look at the base 14-inch benchmark, that thing has a toned down M1 Pro. It has 8-core CPU and 14-core GPU. If you look at the CPU score, it's more or less equal to my i7. It's just a bit higher. It's so close to the typical M1, the regular M1. And if you look at the GPU score, it is higher. But as I said, what am I going to do with that higher GPU score which can't run games? I mean, in my case. So yeah, I'm very happy that I made the proper decision. And I'm kind of sad to see that my 16-inch Mac is no longer available. I can't buy it anywhere. But I mean, I can't recommend it to anyone now.
this video is kind of useless now, but you can still see it in offline markets. After sale markets, whatever it is called. I think I'm using the wrong word here. Fine. So yeah, this is my reaction. I made the right decision. The new Macs are freaking costly, and yeah. And as Dave 2D said in his review, computers are just a tool. So be wise when you are spending for a tool. Thank you.